When it comes to rotating your max effort movements within a conjugate program, there is a lot of confusion about how to do that most effectively and how to choose the best movements for you. So I'm going to break that down for you right now. When it comes to choosing your max effort movements, you're going to choose them for one of two reasons. You're going to choose them because you're trying to learn something, or you're going to choose them because you're trying to fix something. Every max effort movement needs to fall into one of these two categories, and I'm going to explain both. So learning. Let's say I am struggling to build my deadlift. And my assumption, my hypothesis, is that I don't have enough leg drive off the floor. So in my next max effort lower body day, to try to learn whether or not this is true, I might choose a deficit deadlift. And if I go to approach the deficit deadlift and I max out, I'm like, whoa, my deficit deadlift was 120, 130, 150 pounds below my max pull off the floor. That would give me a pretty good clue that my leg drive is the issue with my deadlift off the floor. So that would be a learning max effort lift. And it doesn't always have to be that it confirms your idea, but there should be a theory you're testing. You could do the exact same situation and you pull 200 pounds more on your deficit deadlift. And in that case, you would learn that your idea was wrong. But either way, when you're choosing lifts like that, you're trying to test whether or not you're correct about a weakness you think you have by choosing a max effort variation that would reveal that weakness clearly if it existed. Now going into fixing, let's say you do discover that leg drive is your big issue on your deadlift and you want to build up more of that. You'd look for max effort movements that target that particular muscle group, movement, whatever you want to describe it as, that particular weakness. So let's say you start doing low box squats, or you start doing front squats, or you start doing pause squats, whatever variation you choose, there are millions. You would be choosing that with the understanding that you're attempting to fix or strengthen a weakness that you've confirmed in one of your max effort tests. These two types of lifts are how you have to approach max effort movements. So you're not just choosing it at random. Because if you go online, you'll find a million people saying Conjugate didn't work for them. And typically, in my experience, that means they weren't thoughtful enough about how to do it. The structure of Conjugate is 2 upper body days, 2 lower body days, 1 heavy day, 1 fast day for upper and lower body. It's not rocket science, but it requires a significant amount of thought in terms of choosing your lifts and how to rotate them effectively to continually find, prove, and fix the weakest link in your chain. Louis used to repeat all the time that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And the idea with Conjugate is to figure out what that weak link is with learning, a learning max effort lift, confirm your theory, and then fix it with movements that target it. And then you repeat this looking for the next weakest link. And as you continually cycle upwards or spiral upwards through this process, you'll get stronger and stronger and stronger, and a weakness that became a strength might become a weakness again in a few hundred pounds. But when you approach your max effort movements, and you won't always be right, sometimes you'll make the wrong choice. You want the thought process of, is this a learning lift and what am I trying to learn? Or is this a fixing lift and what am I trying to fix? Implement that into your Conjugate program and your results will skyrocket.